So I've been playing Street Fighter 6, and I've been having fun with it for the most part. But I do think this game has some major problems. And the biggest problem I have is with the graphics and art style. But I do have a few things to say about the gameplay, so I'll talk about that first, really quickly. As I said, the game is fun to play. It still feels like Street Fighter. But my main problem with the gameplay is that it feels kind of slow and sluggish. It feels like my character is moving around with weights on their legs. It's a subtle thing, but it's definitely noticeable. I also don't like that in ranked mode, you have to do these placement battles to see how you rank. Why not just start us all at the bottom and let us rank our way up? It's kinda weird. I also don't like in casual, you're not matched up with players close to your rank. You can be a platinum player and get matched up with a bronze player. That skill gap is just too high in my opinion. I've had multiple people quit on me out of frustration because the skill gap between us was just too high. And honestly, I'm not too sure how I feel about Drive Impact. I think at the very least, it should be nerfed in some way. It just makes the game more frustrating and less fun to play. Also, the sound effects aren't very good. But anyways, that's not the main topic of this video. Like I said, the main problem I have with this game is the graphics and art style. So let's talk about that. I don't like the more realistic graphics in this game. I don't know why Capcom wanted to make the game more realistic. This just makes the game look less cool in my opinion. It makes the game look more stale and more generic. It looks like a NetherRealm Studio knockoff game. There was something charming about the simple, cartoonish art style of the previous games. It gave the games its own personality, and this graphic style just doesn't fit with a Street Fighter game. I also have a problem with the character models in this game. I'm going to talk about a few characters that I have the biggest issues with. First, let's talk about Luke. Now, I like Luke's character design in Street Fighter V. He looked like a cocky, arrogant frat boy. You can tell who he is just by looking at him. But in Street Fighter 6, this is completely ruined. He went from being a cocky, arrogant frat boy to a TikTok influencer. There's nothing cool about this new design. Also, his personality is off too. He comes off as way less cocky and arrogant than how he was in Street Fighter V. His new design tells us nothing about his personality. It's just generic. I also have a problem with Zangief. Why did they make Zangief less buff? Zangief was a fucking monster in the previous games. He was shredded and he was huge. But in Street Fighter 6, he looks way less cool and exaggerated. He has more body fat than usual and he looks way less shredded. He looks so much more like someone you'd see in real life. And yeah, that's more realistic, but also way less cool. I don't play Street Fighter for realism, you know. Cammy. Cammy's character model was also made worse in this game. Cammy had a unique look, but in Street Fighter 6, she looks way more generic. First of all, what happened to her long hair and leotard? I like that look. It made her look unique. Now she just looks way more generic. Like, look at this outfit. You can literally see someone in real life with this outfit. Now, I know you can buy her classic costume, but why would they replace it in the first place? Juri. Juri's fine. She's okay. Chun-Li. Chun-Li just looks weird in this game. Like, something is just off about her. I don't know, maybe her head is too small in comparison to her facial features. Also, her legs are way less pronounced. I mean, yeah, they're still big, but they're not as muscular as they were before. Now, I know I might seem like a neckbeard for saying this stuff, but I don't know, she just looked cooler in the previous games, and now she looks less exaggerated. Also, the starting roster is just really weak to me. The new characters just look lame to me. The only new character I liked was Jamie. I like his whole drunken fighting style thing he has going on, but all the other new characters are just not very interesting to me. I also have problems with the animation. The animations really don't look that great to me. The game tries to have exaggerated animations, but with the more realistic graphics, and it just makes the game look janky and weird. It just doesn't flow well. Exaggerated animations fit best with a cartoony art style. Also, the animations in general are just way less cool. Like, look at Ryu's Tatsu. The character that Ryu is hitting should go from side to side. That's much more fun and exaggerative. Now, it's just more generic looking. Also, the throw animation looks terrible. Like your opponent freezes for a frame before the throw animation actually starts. That just seems off to me. Also, the character intros are worse. Look at Ryu's intros in Street Fighter 6.
Let us begin. This will be a good fight.
And look at Ryu's intro in Street Fighter 5.
This is the path of my destiny.
His Street Fighter 5 intro was much better. This is the path of his destiny. This shows Ryu's whole character. He's finding his own path and finds strength and meaning through battle. But in Street Fighter 6, it's just generic. Let us begin. This will be a good fight. Come on, man. That's just generic and you can use this for any character. So yeah, that's my main problem with Street Fighter 6. Like I said, I enjoy the gameplay for the most part, and I'm not too sure on how I feel about certain mechanics. And maybe I'll make a future video on them. But the art style in this game is the biggest problem for me. These issues don't make the game bad, but they just make it less fun for me. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. Patreon in the description if you want to support, and bye.